Today's episode of Looping Through Life is brought to you by the band Fictional Reality. Listen now on Spotify. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Looping Through Life, back at it again for yet another coaster dive today. Today's coaster dive is brought to you with some heavy hearts, though. Growing up in New Jersey in my teenage years and my early 20s, many fond memories were made on this one very said coaster. And oftentimes people go, you can't be that upset over a coaster. And while I am upset over this coaster no longer with us, I'm more so upset about the memories that were made and that we must revisit. And that's all we hope to hold on to. But yeah, today's coaster dive is coming to you with Kingda Ka, what once was the world's tallest and fastest operating roller coaster.
Oh, fantastic. A 456-foot monument to human stupidity, because nothing screams fun like strapping yourself to a missile built by Six Flags maintenance staff.
I mean, really, for all in all, it's intense, it's iconic, and it's over in like 12 seconds.
Kind of like your last relationship. Only difference? Kingda Ka doesn't leave you with therapy bills and a cat you didn't want.
Either way, Kingda Ka is such an incredible coaster. I can't wait to dive into it. Are you ready, Ferris?
Yeah. And then straight up into the sky like it's trying to escape New Jersey. Can't blame it, really.
In the early 2000s, the coaster arms race was heating up. Cedar Point had taken the crown with Top Thrill Dragster in 2003, claiming the title of the world's tallest and fastest coaster. That was all it took to ignite Six Flags' competitive fire. They weren't just going to respond, they were going to obliterate the record. Enter Kingda Ka, a name inspired by a mythical tiger, but one that would go down in coaster history as a mechanical Goliath. The concept was clear: break records, attract media attention, and remind thrill seekers that Six Flags still had teeth. Six Flags partnered with Intamin, the legendary Swiss manufacturer known for pushing limits, and sometimes patience. Using their hydraulic launch technology and the proven layout of Top Thrill Dragster as a base, Intamin was tasked with going higher, faster, and scarier. Construction began in late 2004 at Six Flags Great Adventure in Jackson, New Jersey. This wasn't just another coaster, it was a statement. The coaster's steel track was fabricated overseas and shipped in massive segments to the park. Cranes of jaw-dropping size were brought in, including some of the largest mobile cranes in North America, to hoist the towering track pieces into place. The build was brutal. Construction crews worked around the clock through the harsh New Jersey winter. The 456-foot-tall top hat required extreme precision. Wind gusts, temperature swings, and logistical delays challenged the project at every turn. But Six Flags pushed forward, driven by the media promise and marketing power this ride would bring. Finally, on May 21, 2005, Kingda Ka opened to the public. Six Flags had done it. They had created the world's tallest and fastest coaster, 456 feet high, with a blistering 0 to 128 miles per hour launch in just 3.5 seconds. It was a towering green and gold monster that you could see from miles away, and it scared the living hell out of anyone with a pulse. That hydraulic launch was a marvel of modern engineering. 4 powerful hydraulic motors pressurized fluid to spin massive winches that pulled a catch car attached to the train, flinging it down the launch track faster than a Formula One car. The noise it made was unmistakable. A deep mechanical whine followed by a gut-punching blast forward. the coaster shot riders up a vertical top hat tower, cresting the 456-foot apex before plummeting straight down in a 270-degree spiral. The return hill, an airtime hump, gave a moment of 0G before slamming back into the brake run. The whole ride lasted under 30 seconds, but that was part of the appeal. It was a bullet of terror, a high-speed slap to the senses. You waited in line for 2 hours to have your soul ejected in half a minute. And somehow, you wanted to do it again. 1. The queue. The anticipation began the moment you stepped into the jungle-themed line. The queue wound through a bamboo-covered area with tribal-style decor, drums, and jungle sounds, building tension. You could hear the launch every 30 seconds, a mechanical roar that made stomachs turn. The closer you got, the more you started questioning your life choices. 2. Boarding. You climbed into the open-air train, just lap bars, no over-the-shoulder restraints. The train rolled slowly to the launch track. You heard the hiss of the hydraulics building pressure. Then, silence. Then, the horn. 3. The launch. The catch car locked. The train shuddered. And then you were gone. No build-up, no warning. Just instant, blistering acceleration from 0 to 128 miles per hour in a blink. Your face flattened. Your vision blurred. You couldn't scream because your vocal cords were trying to escape your body. The top hat. You hit the base of the 456-foot tower and shot upward. The ground fell away. Your body strained against the restraint. At the top, you had a moment, just long enough to regret your existence. Then the nose tipped forward. 5. The spiral drop. The descent was pure chaos. Spiraling downward with wind howling, it felt like your soul stayed behind at the top. It didn't feel safe, and that's why people loved it. 6. Airtime hill and brakes. You hit the return airtime hill, still flying. A brief moment of weightlessness, then the magnetic brakes hit hard, jolting you to a crawl. You coasted into the station, shaking, laughing, crying, or speechless. People either walked off fists in the air or vowing never to ride again. Kingda Ka was a marvel, but it was also a diva. The launch system was incredibly complex and temperamental. The hydraulic system required frequent maintenance and careful calibration. Kingda Ka was prone to downtime, especially in cooler or rainy weather. The taller the ride, the bigger the wind factor, and high winds would shut it down. Another problem? Rollbacks. If the train didn't reach enough speed to crest the top hat, it would stall and roll back down to the launch track. This was completely safe. The launch system was designed for it. But it terrified guests and halted operations for minutes or longer as systems reset. While rare, rollbacks became part of Kingda Ka lore. In 2009, the coaster was struck by lightning and needed repairs to its launch system. In 2011, a bird strike mid-launch shattered a guest's face shield. Over the years, the coaster saw frequent closures for routine inspections, replacement of launch components, and general wear and tear. But perhaps the biggest insult, some would argue, came in 2014. In 2014, Six Flags added a new ride to Kingda Ka, quite literally on Kingda Ka. They built Zumanjaro, Drop of Doom, the world's tallest drop tower, attached to the structure of the coaster itself. 3 drop tracks were mounted to the side of the 456-foot tower. It was a As the 2000s arrived, Kingda Ka was still technically king. No coaster had surpassed its height, but the title had become ceremonial. New rides like Red Force at Ferrari Land, Dodonpa in Japan before its closure, and Formula Rossa in Abu Dhabi began competing in speed or acceleration, even if not in height. Kingda Ka's reliability issues got worse. The launch system aged. Parts became harder to replace. In 2022, maintenance reports showed the ride was down more than 30% of the season. By 2023, rumors swirled. Six Flags was undergoing restructuring, and the cost to refurbish Kingda Ka's hydraulic system was reportedly astronomical. Intamin had long since moved to more modern LSM, linear synchronous motor launches, making the old hydraulic method a costly relic. Then, in mid-2024, it happened. Kingda Ka was permanently closed. Six Flags released a statement citing rising maintenance costs and the desire to reimagine the area with future attractions. Fans were crushed. The coaster community lit up with debate and nostalgia. In early 2025, a controlled implosion would send this once king into shambles. What had once been a green steel god now sat in twisted piles of metal, awaiting recycling or repurposing. The jungle area was leveled. Zumanjaro was closed as well. So what did Kingda Ka leave behind? A legacy of excess, of thrill, of boldness. Kingda Ka wasn't just about breaking records, it was about making riders feel something. It didn't just test technology, it tested guts. On top of that, it gave us memories that lasted for a lifetime. It's not often what ride you're on, but who you're riding with. Kingda Ka gave us memories that can never be forgotten. In the end, Kingda Ka's story is one of extremes. Extreme height, extreme speed, extreme ambition. But even kings fall. And when this one did, it made sure we remembered the roar.
And that's a wrap today, guys, here at this coaster dive into Kingda Ka. Honestly, 456 feet, 128 miles an hour, straight up shot into the New Jersey sky. You can see the Philadelphia skyline. Honestly, so many memories time and time again. Thank you for all the memories, Kingda Ka. Honestly, it was, what a great coaster.
Yep, nothing says good investment like a ride that's taller than your credit score and down more often than your dating profile.
Alrighty, alright. Thanks for watching another coaster dive. Let's get going before Ferris says something that's going to get us banned here.
Too late. I just want to thank Six Flags for maintaining Kingda Ka with the same love and care you give your ex-wife's day text, non-existent.
Look, Ferris, just chill out for a little bit, okay? Just chill.
No chill here, buddy. Six Flags took this from us without even a notice and was supposed to act like it's okay? The fuck they smoking?